to 360 and Sundry. Today we're going to talk about how to relax. And so, how to relax. How to relax the mind, how to relax the body, how to just get to that place where you are completely relaxed. In order to relax, you have to have a sense of safety. So, how do we get a sense of safety if, in fact, we don't feel safe? So, how do we feel safe? We are bombarded most days with this constant stream of information, with our phones, with our television, and all of the different things that are coming at us throughout the days. And what we need to do, so we need to disconnect from this constant stream of information. When you shut everything off and you just kind of sit, very often we'll feel restless, agitated, anxious, and even downright like fear sometimes. But it's not the kind of fear that you feel like when we identify fear as, okay, the monster's behind the door and we got to get the hell out of here. But it's not quite that kind of fear. But and if we, usually the techniques that are taught to us, which do work, it's not that they don't work, but is to breathe deeply. Well, okay, breathe deeply and breathe out. And it absolutely does work to breathe deeply and breathe out, and then to just slow that down and make it just more of a constant sort of steady stream of breath. But if you're feeling all that restlessness and anxiety or whatever, it's a little bit more difficult to, you do think, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling great. They're just like you're kind of spinning. Your mind is still kind of spinning, and I think we need something a little extra at that point. It's not that the deep breathing doesn't work, it's that it takes a longer period of time for it to work. And in the meantime, how do you prevent yourself from giving into the urge to either go do something, because you'll start to go, oh, I need to do this, need to do that, or to just turn back on the information stream. And these things will take over and distract us from it, from the relaxing, from just relaxing. So, one of the things that I did one day, I was actually by the ocean and I was going to relax. I was going to just relax and let everything go, because I was feeling a lot of anxiety about my life at the time. And I had turned around and I was walking back to the car, and I had given up. I just couldn't do it. I just wasn't able. This is a waste of my time. And I was heading back to the car, and I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm halfway back to the car and I stopped. And I went, no, I'm going back. I'm not giving in. I'm going to try this again. And I went back and I sat down in the sand, and I thought to myself, what do I need? What is it? I don't feel, I'm anxious and I'm feeling unsafe. And I thought, well, okay, all of these things are my future. They could happen tomorrow. They could happen the next day. They could happen next week. But in this 5 minutes, nothing is going to happen while I'm right here in this moment for this 5 minute. And I gave myself this 5 minute space to just kind of sit and feel safe in. Because for 5 minutes, surely to God, nothing's going to happen. So whatever we have to tell ourselves, or we have to sort of come up with, it has to be convincing. We have to be convinced that, yes, we're safe. And I knew for sure that for 5 minutes, I definitely was safe, unless, a satellite fell out of the sky and landed on me, in which I probably wouldn't survive it. And now all my worries are gone anyway. So I don't have to worry about that. But for the 5 minutes, I'm safe. So I kind of I timed it, gave myself the 5 minutes. And then I breathed. I took the deep breath and I was like, for 5 minutes, I'm safe. For 5 minutes, I'm safe. Right now, I'm safe. And I breathe in, I'm safe. And I breathe out, I'm safe. And now I'm starting to my body's starting to kind of relax a little bit. I'm safe. Yep, I'm safe. And the mind wants to kind of clutter up, but I'm focused on being safe in this 5 minutes and knowing that I am, and the breathing. And now I can kind of focus on the breathing a little bit better, and I'm slowly, and then I did that for 5 minutes. And now I can feel the sort of physical kind of calming down. And my mind's still doing a bit of, wants to keep going, and that's okay. And then after the 5 minutes was over, I thought, well, if I could do it for 5 minutes, I can do this for another 5 minutes. So for another 5 minutes in this 5 minute space, I'm still safe. And I did it for another 5 minutes. Altogether, now after the second 5 minutes, I'm letting my thoughts go. I'm not focused on the breathing so much. I'm not trying to breathe. I'm just relaxing in my normal breathing. And my mind, I'm letting my mind go. And I'm letting the thoughts just go. And I'm thinking, I'm just going to let them pass. I'm not going to hold on to them. There they come. There they go. Oh, yeah, there we go. And I thought of the word pass as each thought came. So at first it was pass, 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 pass. It was quite a few passes. And then gradually I thought about watching the P and the A and the S and the S of the word pass floating out in front of me over the water and floating away until it disappeared into the horizon. And I watched P and the A and the S and the S float away. And that slowed down everything that much more. And then it was more like pass, pass, pass. And then there was space between the thoughts. And it might have only been a little bit of space, but it was there. And now the mind is relaxing and it's not as churning quite as much. And each thought that I have now, I just say pass. Think about how much your mind is slowing down if you're just looking at these letters in your mind, like it's you're passing away in front of you, floating away until they disappear. So there ended up being some bigger spaces eventually. So I sat there more like for 20 minutes. And then I got up and I walked away, and I am completely relaxed for the first time. And I can't even tell you how long. It had been a long time, and maybe close to a year. So I went back to the car, and I can't tell you how different everything felt, everything looked. I felt lighter. It really, really did work. So in order to feel safe, you need to come up with something that is convincing you that in this moment, it's okay. Everything can wait. Everything else can just wait. And nothing is going to happen in this period of time. that I have to deal with or that can hurt me. And I really am safe in this 5 minutes, and then do it for another 5. I don't know. I hope that helps you. Give it a shot and let me know. Send me some comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.